Your foot is just drenched in blood.
Or Isaiah yells and Max just like,
What did I do?
looking good.
Oh yeah.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah.
Alright, welcome back to the first episode of season 2 of the Maple Mile podcast. I'm Isaiah Bider.
I'm Jesse Bontrager.
And kind of a lot to cover. Since it's been about a month since I've done an episode. And then you did the nice bonus episode over break with Sal. But
Yeah, that was a fun time.
yeah.
Got a little different setup, but yeah. So as you guys can tell, we only have one camera this time. We had a lot of technical difficulties, but we'll get that fixed out. At some
There's
point,
always stuff to fix.
Yeah,
but
it's
part of having a
setting us off the
podcast.
rails.
But yeah.
Yep, but
Let's,
figure it out at some point.
yeah. Let's talk about training. Let's
Yeah,
jump
well,
into it. First, let's
what about
introduce...
the guy in our room, bro? So we have the
Oh,
Michigan.
Since you've been here.
We have the Michigander himself, Josiah Miller.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
How's
How's
it
it going? How's it going?
Going pretty well.
Yeah.
Got some super chilly weather to be running in this past couple days, so
Holy.
that's nice. Got to be bundled up basically every single day. It's most of what's going on in life, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you went back for the holidays. How was that? Going back to Michigan?
Oh, it was great. So good to be back. I had definitely needed it. I feel like had a long semester of just I don't know, all kinds of new things, new experiences. So to get back, have some time, just be unwinding back at home, that was pretty nice. Same routes, same people I was hanging out with, same practices I got to go to. That was pretty fun.
For sure. Yeah.
How was your break? And it was kind of exciting.
Yeah. My break was good. I was able to go on a really, really cool vacation with my family. We went on a cruise, and then it stopped in. There's a couple ports that it stopped at. First one was Belize. Then
Feliz Navidad, bro.
Go Leafs.
Go Leafs.
And then Cozumel, and then Honduras. And then we got off and on the ship. It started and ended in New Orleans. So that was really cool. Just obviously getting out of the country is always nice, depending on where you go. But yeah, traveling is just really refreshing, and I'm really thankful and grateful that I was able to do that, because I know not everyone is able to do that.
Yeah.
And it was just nice to spend that quality time with my family. Definitely, it was definitely needed. I feel I was pretty homesick towards the end of break for sure. So yeah, it was nice to see them.
Mhm.
Then and then when we got back from that, I spent the last week or so of break back here in Goshen, just with my girlfriend. So that was really nice too, because it was a while since I saw her. So
Shout out Emmy.
shout out Emmy. Yeah. So yeah, it was really nice to spend time with her too and see her family.
Mm-hmm.
Who I met before this, so it was nice to see them again.
The Toots.
The Toots, yeah.
Yes.
Shout out the Toots, yeah. Yeah. So it was a good break. A lot more busy than I thought it'd be, but it was good busy. Everything I did was enjoyable. So
Yeah.
yeah. How about you? Let's talk about break non-train related first.
Oh man. It was fun. I mean, it was nice to kind of break the schedule, but at the same time, I felt like I was sick most of the break.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of family. I had Christmas earlier this year, which it was the first Sunday going into break. We had
Really?
Christmas, yeah, because family stuff. So that was a little bit different because we woke up Christmas morning, and the actual Christmas morning, we're well, we got to do other things. I'm that's a
Yeah.
little different. But yeah, I went to Arizona, watched the Fiesta Bowl. That was fun. You guys hear that?
I did. I don't know what that was.
Yeah. Shout out stomach noises. Yeah, it was really fun. We were kind of going for Boise State because we're Notre Dame fans, and
Yeah.
we thought it might be a better matchup. But I guess Notre Dame pulled through anyway. So yeah, that was about it.
All right.
Just
Yeah.
chilled at home for most of it.
Yeah. How was training over break?
Ooh, I would say that was at the same time both one of my most consistent off seasons and one of my most exhausting off seasons.
Mhm.
I think I didn't miss a day of training, But there were some days that it was just a struggle to get out there. Like I would wake up, just know I had to run that day, and I would just procrastinate it all throughout the day. I was like, oh, this does not feel like something I want to do. But I knew that like missing a day would just make it harder. You know, it'd be worse the next day. So it's like, all right, gotta lock in, just get out there and do the work. But it was definitely tough. I was feeling the fatigue for the last few weeks.
Yeah. Is this the highest mileage you've ever done, at least consistently?
Yeah, I'd say so. Hitting kind of those low 50s for each week. Yeah, definitely. Especially because like I got up to that sort of early in cross season, but then, you know, that kind of, there was some injury stuff that interrupted that. So it didn't last very long. So this is a good training block then. Yeah, it's been nice. It's been a good month. So, I mean, I can feel the difference for sure, but it was definitely a tough one. Hard to motivate. Good to be back with some people and be able to run with folks.
Yeah, for sure. So you said you had some hiccups. What exactly went down in cross?
Ooh, okay. So according to the trainer, and this is like not an exact injury I know the name for, but it was like some tension in my back muscles made like my femur be pulled just a little forward, and so my hip could drop just a little bit. So it was like out of place. So like maybe a little bit dislocated. So she had to like put it back. So then I raced on it the next day because it was like a big meet and I didn't want to miss it, and I was a little overconfident.
What meet was it?
That was Wayne State, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? We're looking at
with that 4
laps and the sledding hill. Yeah. Oh yes.
That's brutal. And
that was brutal. Like that was brutal without, like, if you feel great, that course was brutal.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah. So I raced that one the next day, and then the next morning I like woke up and I could hardly walk. Like I was trying to, and it was like I was limping every single step. It was kind of brutal. So I ended up having to take some time off. I was cross training a lot, like biking every day, doing workouts that Lisa gave. Shout out Lisa Willis. But then, just basically like got back to it, had to kind of build mileage, and I was only just getting back up to like good mileage by the end of the season. So it was like not an ideal cross season, but it's good to be back. Had like a solid 2 months here that it's been like solid, strong training now.
And is this your first winter break where you're training all the way through it too?
This well, for sure. Like in theory, in high school, I would like train okay, but it was like I would probably be running like 4 or 5 days a week would be my guess. Like it was definitely a lot less consistent.
Yeah. Break training for me was really good. Really good. It's a lot different than what I've done in the past, but in a good way. This is definitely, I feel like, the most fit I've ever been, but maybe not like the quickest in terms of like could I rip a fast 800 right now? Probably not.
Like that turnover's not quite there yet.
Right, which it's not supposed to be yet. But I feel like I could rip like definitely like from where I'm at, a very good like longer race. But yeah, it went really well. When I was on the cruise, I spent almost a whole week on the treadmill, so that was a little brutal, but it also made me really appreciate being off the treadmill. So it helped me.
You did even like mile repeats on the treadmill. Right?
Yeah, that was. I don't know what it is. A lot of people think the treadmill's easier. I always thought it's a lot harder. I don't know what it is. I just never feel good. Like a 7:30 pace on the treadmill to me feels like a 6:30, and then a 6:30 feels like a 5. It's just.
I agree with that.
Yeah. It's
I don't know. Like I have like an indoor like a treadmill thing on my watch, and so I look at that, and the pace is always what I think it is.
Right.
And so like it helps me out, but it's like. Am I actually running that pace?
Right. It messes you a little bit, yeah. This is also the most consistent I've ever lifted. I've just been following what Coach Lisa and Coach Rustin have been sending out.
He's been getting bigger, folks.
Been getting bigger, no.
No, you didn't have to say that.
Popping right out of that t-shirt right
now. But yeah, I've been lifting like 2 or 3 times a week for the past like month and a half. So that's been going really well. I've noticed huge benefits to that. I've also been lifting a little heavier, which has been helping a lot. Obviously, I'm not trying to get, swole.
Well, I wouldn't mind it if you...
No.
I'm just kidding.
I know you wouldn't.
You wouldn't mind it if he did.
Yeah. But just try to get faster, stronger. But, yeah, I've been really liking that. So, yeah. We'll see if I look like... who's someone who's, like, built... We'll see if I
Joshka.
Let's see if I... yeah.
I mean, like he looks more muscular than other run.
Alan Webb. I want to look like Alan Webb when I'm
Shout
done
out
with
Alan
this.
Webb.
Hope
Love to have you on the pod
soon.
soon. Yes.
Today.
Yeah.
Today,
Yeah.
let's make it happen.
Yeah. Today. Yeah. From
I
Florida.
think he's about to knock on the door.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was training for you over break?
Um,
Oh no.
So as I mentioned before, like I felt sick kind of throughout. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna get through it at some point. So I took my break later than most of the other guys, and so I was still kind of like building, but then also doing
that's
workouts
right.
too. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine. I wasn't like not sad. I wasn't not happy about it, but I also was like, it's just pretty mediocre. I don't know. Yeah. Training in Arizona was fun, except for like the dry air is like that gave me a sore throat the second day, and I was like,
Yes.
wow. Even my nose hurt because I'd breathe in and out, and then I go like that, and I just like I think the friction just messed with it.
Oh yeah.
But no, it was fun. Now like yeah, I got diagnosed with the thing, and so I've been like
Yeah.
kind of cut mileage a little bit, but yeah, just starting the recovery process is gonna be a little bit tough. I've been to 2 appointments so far, so yeah, but yeah, my Achilles is fine though. I mean,
That's good,
it'll
that's
get
good.
better at some point.
Fighting
Yeah.
through it.
My Achilles tendonitis.
That's good. Achilles, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's go to let's see. Okay, Josiah, first question for you
All right.
specifically. How did you first get into running? What's the story?
All right.
Tell me why. All right.
Go Leafs.
Go Leafs.
Sorry.
All right. So I was a soccer player, actually, for like
Ooh.
most of my life. Like still more than I have been a runner.
I swear, every runner, sorry.
Dude,
Every
that was
runner
me.
was a soccer player.
Jake.
That was you,
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah.
I
We
played
had. Is that you as well? Yeah.
Shout
I
out
played when I
Demi.
was
He's behind the
younger,
scenes.
but not like seriously. I did
Yeah.
it for like
Yeah.
2 years maybe at most,
Yeah.
and then. But yeah, I swear, it's a good like base work.
Yeah, because it's like I mean,
Yeah.
you learn how to like work hard. There's plenty of running, and you get like some kind of like burst kind of sprint stuff.
yeah,
but
yeah.
definitely like the endurance comes once you start trying to be a cross runner. Then you
Mm-hmm.
gotta start building.
Were you a midfielder?
I was actually like right wing defense consistently. I didn't even change sides
Dang.
Wow.
When was it that you stopped?
all the way through middle school, and
Okay.
then so it was actually like COVID that caused me to change over because like I don't know, everything was up in the air. Kind of that like 2020, like summer into fall of 2020 was kind of still right at the beginning of that, and so we were like not sure with the different restrictions there were in Michigan and everything like that. It's like, well, I don't know even know if there'll be a cross or like a soccer season. And so we were, I don't know, like there, it could be like we get 3 games and then it's canceled or something like that. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this seems like it's hardly even worth it to try necessarily, because like I also had a friend who was trying out this cross team and he was like, hey, this seems really cool. And we're probably not going to miss anything because it's not a contact sport.
Right.
So I was like,
yeah.
okay, yeah, I'll try that out. Did a couple runs, started to meet some people. It was interesting. I was intrigued, but still not totally sold. I was
Yeah.
mostly thinking, okay, I'll do this for a season, and then next year I'll, go back and keep playing soccer. That'll be the plan. But I ended up loving it. I mean, it was still
Yeah.
a weird year. We had to wear masks up to the line for most of our meets for the first half of it.
I remember I had a couple races where we had to wear a mask during the
really?
race, and that was
Yo.
it would be like 85-degree heat, and like just masked up.
And you're just like,
Nightmare conditions.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
It was intense. Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal. We were lucky enough that we never had to do that, but we were like we were often wearing the ones that like go all the way around your head, so we could step
Oh.
up to the line and then pull it down and keep it there. So
Yeah.
once we came across the line, we could bring it back up.
Yeah.
So it was
that's ideal. Yeah.
yeah, it was a weird kind of season, but I loved the coach, I loved the teammates, I loved the sport, and just getting to see like such distinct progress. And so that was 2020. That was my freshman year of high school. That was the first time I ever ran more than like 3 miles at a time
Yeah.
once a week.
Yeah.
Maybe at like the most. That is the upper end of what I would have run before
Right.
that. So I got to try it out and I just loved it. So I stuck with it all through high school, and here I am, year
Yeah.
5.
yo.
All right. Question 2.
All right.
Or you can read this.
Well, I was gonna have a sub question. I haven't actually looked. What made you choose Goshen?
Very good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't
That
know
is
why.
that is a really good question.
I don't know why I didn't put that down.
So there are kind of a couple reasons. The reason it was like on my like list of considerations was because I did this program back in 2022 that was through here where I got to go to Guatemala for 3 weeks. It was kind of it was like a high school equivalent of our SST. And that was just amazing. It was like 20 high school students. We all got to go down. It was just packed with different experiences, super meaningful. So that was really cool. And so that's how I knew about the college. And so then that was one of mine that I applied to. And then I knew I wanted to run if I could, but not all of the colleges I applied to would I have been able to. And so that was something that was kind of influencing.
2, 1, go.
So yeah, I visited Goshen, really liked the campus, really liked all of, the runners, really liked Ruston. So just seemed like a super good fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I went on one preseason run with you, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like?
Yeah.
It was like super rainy that day, right?
Yeah, and it was pretty close. We were less than a month out from actual preseason, I think. So we got to just go for a run, hang out. I think we also were briefly with Fred, possibly.
Yeah, and then he saw Matthew and he like sped off.
Yeah, just took off. We were like, oh. Right.
Yeah,
That's funny. Yeah.
No.
All
it
right.
was.
You want to read the next question?
All right. What are some surprising things you learned about college after having your first full semester?
On the spot.
I feel like the main one is like, even though it seems like there's so much more time in a day because you're not like having all of these classes scheduled out exactly for like a whole block, it actually ends up feeling like so much because there's like the homework can just take like huge blocks of time and you've got to like be the one deciding when that time is going to happen. So I feel like that's like one of the most surprising things, especially when we've got 2-hour practice every single day. That takes up a whole block and every new thing you dedicate yourself to is like taking up other blocks. So just how to fit everything in is a whole other beast that
Definitely.
I feel like I never had to face.
And you're a math ed major, and so you're taking all those math classes.
Oh yeah.
That takes time. Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about math right now. I don't know how you're doing that. I guess if you're naturally.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. It's tough, but I do enjoy like getting through a problem, figuring it out, even if it is super tough.
I'm sure it's
Getting it
satisfying,
done.
definitely.
Yeah. Kind of getting to that point where like this thing that was super foreign, you work all the way through, and then you kind of realize what you were missing, and you have that aha moment. That's pretty nice.
Definitely.
Really enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I keep yawning. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm starting to learn that because I had an easy first semester, but now I'm in anatomy and physiology, and bro, that like taking 30 pages in notes is wild. Like we're going through 30 pages in the textbook, filling stuff out.
Oh yeah.
Took 4.5 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot, but I really enjoyed the material. It just
Yeah, it's not like that you don't enjoy it. It's just a lot.
For sure.
Definitely, yeah. And yeah, that's like the biggest. I think that's the number one, like biggest key in college is just time management. That's all it is. It's just like a game of time management.
you just gotta manage your time.
Just always manage it. Take that time and manage it.
Managing your time,
Throw that thing in the managing machine.
and then just manage it. I wish it
I
was
need a
machine to
managing
that.
machine, man.
Put it in a ChatGPT.
Oh,
How can I manage
day.
my time?
But yeah, I mean, it's really like 12-hour days if you think about it. Usually you have a really early morning class, and then you get done with practice around like on average 6 o'clock.
and then you gotta go eat.
Then you gotta go eat, shower, and then it's more homework time sometimes.
Sometimes a night class.
Sometimes a night class.
Then,
Last
then
night.
you're till 9:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that do be wild, mate.
I had that. Me and Demi had that last night, and that was. I love the class, but it's just like the end of the day, post practice, post cold run,
Oh,
like
Post everything.
You're just
post
ripped.
everything. Yeah, you're tired.
I feel like as soon as you've like gone on that super cold run and then taken a shower, you are ready to like bundle up and
Yes.
just like
Yeah, and just get
sit
nice
down
and-
and not
Yes.
get back up.
100%.
Nice and cozy
Wake up in the
tight.
morning.
Yeah.
It's your
Yes.
next step at that point.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I love it though. At the same time, at least I love running. I love being an athlete.
Yes.
School's alright, but I mean, what am I gonna do with my life? Like I have to do it. So
Yeah.
But as our
Yeah.
previous guest Sam Yeah, Samuel Klopfenstein said, "Student athlete, student first."
Yeah. As much as you hate it, it's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Sam.
Unless
Shout
you
out.
identify as an athlete student, but
I don't know.
I don't know if the
Do you think we have any people that identify as an athlete student on the team?
I like to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
no, I don't know. It's I don't know. School is obviously though like the most important. It's just not fun to think
Yeah.
about it like that, but it is. Yeah. All right. Favorite pro runner if you have one, and it could be sprinter, distance, mid, whatever.
I'm gonna go.
You can't say like O.J. Simpson because he was like running.
Go Leafs.
He was running from the cops. That's what he was doing.
R.I.P. All right, let's go.
O.J. Simpson is my favorite. So. No, just kidding, guys. Go Leafs.
He had one hell of an arm.
Did he only have one arm or what? I'm not kidding.
He threw a football.
Hey,
Oh.
the glove did not fit.
Wait, it didn't or it did? I thought it did. Oh.
All right.
Okay,
All right, we got
anyways.
some.
We got a very
input
controversial
from the
thing.
producers.
Yeah. Someone's
Okay.
getting fired after this. Okay, anyways.
All right, I'm gonna go Hobbs Kessler because
Wow, okay.
yeah,
I
I don't
respect
know,
it.
super cool dude. I mean, did super good.
Oh, pretty much our age. I mean, I
Yeah,
think he's a year
really
older
close.
than me.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't think there was ever any overlap where like he and I were actually at the same meets, but we were in
Yeah.
high school at the same time.
Exactly, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
so we were probably only like 1 degree off. Like I would race against some people that he also would race against.
Oh,
so
yeah.
really cool, and just to have like a local like Michigan boy going
Yeah.
to the
A
Olympics.
local legend, baby.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is. My younger brother got to get a picture with him at a meet at
Yeah.
Michigan State University, and
Oh,
he was
yeah.
pretty pumped about that.
That's the cool thing. He goes to a lot of the local, the whole very nice track club. They all go to some of the local like high school and like college track and cross meets, which is, I don't know. I feel like pro runners don't always realize how much that means to like the younger guys. Just
It
seeing
means
that.
so much.
Yeah.
So motivational, makes you want to just like keep pushing to
Mhm.
get
For
closer
sure.
to that point.
Yeah. All right. Best moments of 2024.
Yeah, since this is our first episode after the new year,
Mm-hmm.
first official one.
Mm.
Yeah, we're just gonna kind of reflect. Anyone want to go first? All right.
I've been talking for a hot second. I'll let one of you guys take this one. And then
All right.
jump
All right. First one, running wise, I'm just want to shout this one out to my dad. Let's say I think it was May 25th last year. He had like a lot of Achilles and ankle injuries going, like I don't know, for the last 3, 4, or 5 years, and was finally getting over them after surgeries. And so he tried to start running again, and he started running. I think fall of 2023, scheduled a half marathon of spring of 2024, and I got to run the Bayshore 10K while he did the half marathon. And then when I finished, I got to run with him, and that was so fun to just run the last 5K with him. So
Yeah.
that's one of them. I'd say another one would low-key just be graduating. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of a big deal, I guess. Like getting through high school. Yeah, getting through high school. I don't know. Yeah, my year's been pretty chill. Other than that, like starting
Yeah.
college was pretty fun, but that's kind of like a big thing. That's not just a moment. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have a couple. The cruise I was just on is definitely one of them. That was just a really cool experience, and I just love traveling as much. I mean, as much as I can.
That's why I didn't play basketball.
Yeah. But yeah.
All right. I'll give that one to you. That was
Oh
Thank you.
no. Oh. No, that was.
You heard it here first here. All right.
Yeah, and just seeing like how other people live, different like lifestyles, perspectives, all of that, I think is really important. I think, and just being with my family just made it even better. I would say another one would be, it's not like one specific moment, but it's just like the end of the cross season, this past cross country season.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Just because like I started to really like, I actually found my groove again, and it took like most of the season to do that. and it was like in the moment it was really frustrating. It was hard to be patient, you know. I'm like, why am I not running as good as I want? I'm training extremely hard, which is kind of the reason why I wasn't. And I was, you know, I just had to wait to taper and everything. But just finally having, I think it was Great Lakes when I finally had that
Yeah, like you went like what, a minute faster than you had.
than what I've been doing all season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, finally, like the work is paying off, which I knew it would. Rustin kept telling me it would, but it was just like, it's nice when you actually see that.
Oh, yeah.
So just that feeling, and then using that going into conference, and then I didn't run a faster time, but I definitely ran a much better race, even better race at conference. So just like that whole, and then the season like that, which made not going to nationals suck even more, because I'm like, I want to see what I can do with some more, but I'll say that. And then,
I mean, then you had that super good turkey stampede.
yeah, super good.
Yep.
Gave up a mile in. Went on cruise control.
That was later in the year though when you.
Right, exactly.
All right, I gotta stop with these jokes. Okay. Can't even call them that.
I don't know. I always like the little moments too. Like the little moments sometimes mean more. Just like being at home with your family, to me means a lot more. Or being with like my girlfriend or friends, teammates, coaches, whatever. Just like that little stuff day to day. I always like try and be mindful of and appreciate. As corny as that sounds, but like,
Respect.
I don't know. It's the little moments that add up a lot too.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Have you said your goals?
My 2024.
Or sorry, not goals. Your
He needs to go.
Let's see. I'd say maybe like I had a really good, like, over the summer I had, because I was kind of, I moved to a different state for college and everything like that. And around July 4th, my best friend had a ton of people over, and we had like we showed up around lunchtime on July 4th and then stayed like well into the day on July 5th. And so it was just this amazing, like really good day of catching up with everybody, and sort of as like our last hurrah before I moved away. And now I'm, kind of in a very different world than I used to be. So that would definitely be one of my highlights. This one doesn't have to do with running either, but I also had I got to record my songs for the first time last year. And so I got the chance to like go into a studio and spent like an 8.5 hour day in the studio just recording stuff, and was able to put out like 5 songs on Spotify. So that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
At what? What's your?
Josiah Miller Villalobos.
There you go. Check it out, guys.
Yeah.
There you go. Little plug there. But that was just such a cool experience, and getting to like kind of turn those songs into something.
Yeah.
And then lastly, this kind of follows your little things one. So like my first run, once I was back from being injured over cross season.
Yes.
It was a super nice, super sunny day. And we just had kind of all this amazing weather. And so we still good? All right. I didn't damage anything, guys.
Thanks, producer Max.
We'd had all this like amazing weather, and I'd been getting to just like watch it through the window of the RFC from an assault bike. And so just doing the cross training. So to get to be back, be on the track running, and it was just like sunny, there was a breeze, and I felt good. That was amazing. Like I hadn't felt that happy in a really long time to get to have that experience.
Yeah.
So that was another one of my top moments of 2024, I think.
Yeah. I think
Yeah. Well.
we might have to skip the last question. but it's
Yeah,
okay.
we're kind of running out of time. Low-key.
Yeah. We actually have practice, which is ironic. So.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, thanks so much. I'm hoping for a part 2,
Absolutely.
because this is kind of a shorter episode. Like, what are we at? 32. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but-
thank you as always for coming on.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
you're always welcome to come back on, and yeah, this was
Appreciate it.
fun as always.
Yeah.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll try to figure out the camera situation so we can get
Yeah.
up nice, close, and personal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right up there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. As usual, like, subscribe, comment.
Yeah.
The classic.
You can even
yeah.
dislike if you want.
Yeah, 'cause any feedback is good feedback. So, yeah, thanks again for watching, and yeah, get ready for the next episode.
Yeah. Go Leafs. Maple Myers. Maple Myers out.
No. Bye.